Hey, girl, hey, and welcome to the Self Love Fix podcast, where we get relatable, we share tea, and we support each other on this journey of self love, self worth, personal development, self esteem, and self care. Because why wait until it's too late to start becoming the best version of ourselves? Let's start today. Hey, girl, hey, and welcome back to the Self Love Fix. So, in this episode, we are going to talk about letting them go. So, I put them because some of us are attracted to men, some of us are attracted to women, some of us are attracted to non binary folk. We are all attracted to different people. I may slip and accidentally say him in this podcast, and that's because of the fact that that is what I relate to. But this is applicable to any partner that you have had. So, this episode is going to be specifically related to letting go of the toxic partner because that one is much more, I think that looks much more different than letting go another partner. I think both are painful. I just think they're painful in different ways. So, when it comes to the toxic partner, a lot of times, we don't see it coming. We're confused. We're kind of left in this state of what happened if we're the person who was left behind, right? A lot of times there's no clear answer. A lot of times they don't even give you an answer. They just kind of up and leave. You don't hear from them and you're like, what's going on? And if not for that, a lot of times they may even gaslight you and say that you've become this or done that, listing things that you've never participated in or things that you've never yourself done. And then you just find yourself left without anyone, going from talking to this person every day and being close with them, kikiing with them, to just nothing. Just absolutely nothing. And then it's like you're dealing with letting them go at the same time that you're dealing with all the psychological issues that, you've been left with. Like, why did they leave me? And why didn't they want to make this work? And then that they are probably no good for you, but you feel this weird attraction point or this desperation for them. And you just don't know why, right? A lot of times being left behind by a toxic partner can kind of feel like death. I know that sounds dramatic, but if you can relate, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. You just feel, you might just feel super depressed. You feel like you don't know how to go on. You don't even know that you can go on. And it's terrible. It's really awful. So I think a lot of times that can happen, that sense of desperation, of not knowing how to go on or how to carry on when it comes to a toxic partner leaving you, can happen as a result of losing yourself during the relationship, sort of abandoning yourself to make things work with that person. A lot of times with toxic people, it's their way or the highway. You've got to do things as they want it, when they want it, like they want it. And so you lose a lot of your own sense of drive, your own sense of self during the relationship. And so once they up and leave, it's like they've taken you with them because now you don't know, you're trying to collect the pieces, recollect the pieces, and trying to figure out who were you before this and who are you now. And it can be devastating. I remember when it came to one toxic partner, up and leaving my life, which now that I look at it, I am so thankful because I wish I would have done it in the first place. So I'm glad that they did it. But at the time, I was just like, I was really upset because I could not understand. I blame myself. I was like, what did I do wrong? First of all, that was like the first thought. What did I do wrong? And then I got upset, super angry because I'm like, I wasted all this time with you. I sacrificed all these things for you. And it just became, this thing where I was consumed with anger and obsessed with this person, knowing that they have made me upset, knowing that but the thing was, it's like they never called. And they weren't going to because they had up and left. But I wanted them to call me, or I wanted to call them and, let them know, hey, you're wrong and da da da. And I wasted all this time with you and I'm so upset because da da da. And what I didn't recognize then is that even though they were toxic towards me and they were hurtful and they did things that were just not excusable, it wouldn't do anything for me to go back to this person and try to get them to see what they'd done to me or how I'd felt, because they were just not interested in it in the first place, as evidenced by the way that they treated me the whole entire time. And it's like I put all my effort and my energy into, ooh, I wish they knew what kind of person they were to me, and ooh, I wish they knew how much I sacrificed and what I did to, keep this relationship going or whatever. But it was, only after some time later that I realized, wait, it's not even about what can I do to get them to see this, that, and the other. What I need to do is figure out what's going on within me that's making me feel like I want this person back, or that I want to even use my energy any longer to try and get them to see the kind of person that they were to me. And so, with that being said, when it comes to you and letting your person go, or the person that was in your life go, I know right now a lot of your energy is concentrated on, feeling all these different range of emotions, from anger to sadness to bitterness to depressed, maybe even depressed. Um, and that all of it is likely very focused on them, and maybe even replaying all those moments in your mind of everything that went well and trying to figure out where it went wrong and all this kind of everything. But I challenge you to look at it as a blessing. I always say, when something is for you, it is going to be there no matter what. Nothing that is for you is going to leave your life. So if something left your life, and I know it might have been someone that you thought you were going to spend forever with, you thought you were going to get married to them, or maybe you did get married to them, or you've been together for 8+ years. I know it feels like, oh my gosh, now nobody's ever going to want me. But the truth of the matter is that if it was supposed to actually be for you, it wouldn't have gone anywhere. Anything that's for you, it's going to stay for you. So I hope you sit with that truth. And whenever you just feel down, remember that if something is for you, it's going to be there for you no matter what. Next, I also challenge you to redirect your energy from the other person to yourself. Redirect it back to, what can I do with this time? I think in another podcast I mentioned trying to figure out what your passion is if you don't already have one, because I guarantee you, if you find something that you can put all your energy into, that you enjoy, you will find that your life is just going to have so much more meaning. Everything is going to be so much brighter, more positive looking, because you have something to focus on. You have something to grow with and grow in that's never going to leave you. Your passion's never going to leave you. The only thing that's going to happen with it is it's just going to grow with you, and it's going to expand you as a person. One thing you don't want to do is jump to another person. Now, I know you might be thinking, okay, well, they jumped to another person so quickly. What about me? Well, here's the thing. When people jump from one person to another person, what that means is they are not comfortable with healing. I'm just going to say that one more time. They're not comfortable with healing. People who, and if this is you, it's okay. It's okay. No shame. I've been there too, where I've jumped from person to person to person to person because I did not want to heal. I did not want to deal with my emotions. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel all these kinds of emotions from the toxic relationship, but give yourself that time. You actually need that time to let those feelings bubble up to the surface and then go. That's another thing that you need to know, is that they will go. They will pass. It doesn't matter how long you've been with the person. Those feelings will pass once you've worked through them, but you're not going to be able to work through them if you jump to the next person. And you know what else is going to happen if you jump to the next person quickly? Is you're going to have rose-colored glasses. And when I say rose-colored glasses, what I mean by that is you are going to look at the next person as everything is hunky-dory with them. Everything's great. You're going to miss any possible red flags, any possible pink flags. You're going to miss them all because your mindset is going to be, that last person hurt me, and now I want to feel good, and I want somebody to take care of me, or I want somebody to make me feel better. So I don't care what's going on. This person's present in here with me, so we're gonna make it work. So you're not gonna see anything that might be a red flag, or anything that might be a repetition of what you last had before. You need to take a minute to just collect and find yourself. And if that other person wants to be on Instagram or Facebook with their new person 1 week after they um broke up with you, let them. Let them. Don't worry about how happy they look. Don't. It's not. It. You don't have to take that in. You don't have to feel some type of way, or feel like you have to also do what they're doing because you see them doing it. Focus on you and how you can heal through it. Because here's the thing, when you heal through all the emotions of what you were left with, what you're going to find is you're not going to have rose colored glasses when the right person comes around. You're going to be clear, crystal clear. Everything is going to make sense. You're going to see any possible signs that might remind you of the last person. And because you've taken the time to work through your emotions and feelings, now you know, hey, wait, I love myself too much to throw myself back in this loop. And going back to what I was saying earlier about finding a passion, that it's important to keep yourself busy while at the same time releasing your emotions and feeling your emotions. A lot of times people are just like, go out there, go have fun, go find another person. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to speed that process. We want to go through it, go through the emotions, go through the healing, go through the feelings. But at the same time, we want to put our focus, right? Our focus on something that's going to help us grow and expand. And that's not going to be another man, woman, or potential partner, right? And if you want to hear a little bit more on my discussion on finding passion before finding your person, tune into episode 20 titled Love Don't Cost a Thing on finding passion before finding your person. So you can hear my spiel on that. But yes, if I can leave you with anything, I want you to know that it will get better. You're not going to be alone for life. Okay, there's no way you're going to be alone for life. If you desire love or if you desire someone to be with, it will find you. That's the bottom line. And I believe that in this life, anything that we want, we can have. As long as we believe that we can. That's the main thing. But until then, it's so, so important to focus the attention back on you. How can I heal from this? How did this make me feel? Instead of look at what they did to me, and I want them to feel how I feel, and I want them to go through what I went through. Instead of putting that focus outward, put it inward. How do I feel right now? Am I comfortable with the space and the place that I'm in right now? Have I really sorted through the hurt and the pain that this left me with? Or do I need to go deeper? What can my reaction to this breakup or the way I was acting in that relationship tell me about myself? What do I now know that I want in a relationship? What are my non-negotiables? What are things that don't want to see? What are things that I do want to see? Who am I outside of this person, or who was I outside of this person? And what can I do to get back to that person or to find that person? And that is what I would do. That's how you let them go, is putting the focus back on you. So I hope this episode was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of the Self Love Fix podcast. And I will see you here, same time, same place as always. Thank you so much for tuning in.